there in Facebook land, TikTok world, YouTube, everywhere else this is going to be going and streaming on. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Monty Anderson with 412 Productions, The Art of Monty Anderson. Wow, I'm late to my own show. Normally it is 4 o'clock to 4:30. And here it is, almost 5 o'clock because of this new time change. The spring forward is screwing me up with my own show. But welcome, everybody. I appreciate everybody being here. That is stopping in, checking out the channel. Again, we are a little late with this spring forward, and this green screen is jacking with me today. It doesn't like the whole black on black. I guess I should have got white headphones instead of the black. But it's neither here nor there. I mean, I could always take the green screen off, I guess, and we could go from there and see what happened with that. But thank you for the likes. Please like, share, and comment, and all that good stuff. And then also go up here to my profile page and hit my links up there where you can go and you can follow my other social medias where I post everything live. I post my recordings that I've done live right there. But here we talk comic books, we talk artwork, we talk real life situations. Um, I won't put. We'll talk 988 if you need help on any of that stuff. You can always contact me as well via DMs if you have depression or anything, anxiety, or thoughts of hurting yourself. You can always talk to me directly. I've been there. So please reach out for help. Today, we will be talking. Sorry about clearing my throat on the broadcast. I apologize. Today, we're going to be talking about the new Antarctic press that just dropped. It is a one shot. It is called. Bum Bum Bum. Wait for it. No, you don't have to wait for it. It is called um, Dreadlocks the Barbarian, I believe is what the title is. Let me pull it up here real fast, and we will talk it. It is a one shot from Antarctic Press. We do this with them. We are collaborators with them. They drive um, business to me, uh, and I help promote their new comic books coming out. So, thank you for joining us here live. Again, we are a little bit later than normal coming on, thanks to the spring forward stuff. I hope they do abolish that spring forward and the daylight savings time crap and leave it where it is now. Because, gain an hour, lose an hour, gain an hour, lose an hour, all that crap. And then you got to go set all of your electronics in your house to all the new times that don't switch over automatically, like the microwave or, whatever. Doesn't change. What the freak? Why am I already restricted? Live restricted for some audio. Oh, good grief. Okay, we got the restriction again because we talked about suicide prevention. Okay, I don't understand TikTok. I'm trying to help save people's lives, and they want to throw a restriction on me. Good job, TikTok. You're brilliant. Um, let's see here. Da, 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 da. Where are you tonight? Bum, bum, bum. Da, da, da. Okay. Which sector am I on? Main menu. Yes, I'm trying to. Okay. Well, anyway, if I can find this. change things around. Dun, I'm looking here for something because they've changed things automatically, obviously. Because just a minute ago, I could change how I went to my other account. But anyway, it is called Dreadlocks the Barbarian. It is a long comic book. It is a one shot. That means there is no more after the particular one. And so, with that being said, uh, the artwork is super cool. I would have some printed out for you, but I did not print some out. But help me out here, dude. No, that is not what I want. I just want you to switch my account. Why do they change things all of a sudden? Why do they give you new updates and then change everything all of a sudden? Now you're running super slow like pond water. All right. I don't want to track Gemini. I want to just switch my account. I go from there. Sorry, folks. Normally, I'm much better at this. Okay, so hopefully we'll be into the new account here in just a moment, and I'll be able to pull this up. The time change has thrown him off his game. Well, no. Well, yeah, it did, but because normally I'd have this up and running, and we'd be talking about it right now. Let's see. Here we go. We're getting into the workspace now. But good morning, Mr. Roy Bradley Jr. How was your corn dog dinner last night? Okay, we got two to preview today. We've got Dreadlock number one, which is Dreadlocks the Barbarian number one. It is a one shot. And what I'm going to do, I think I will go ahead and print off the first page to each of these. So give me just 1 minute. Okay. Yes, we're talking Star Wars. No, we're not. I mean, we could if you wanted to. Star Trek, Star Wars, all the fantasy realms out there. I did start watching Lost in Space again, though. The original 1965 variation from back in the day. You know, it's actually set in 1999 or 1997, but they end up in 2001. It is kind of comical to think about that. That's what they thought 2001 would look like in the future. All good old black and white stuff. Luke, I am your father, so now you know, yo. Yeah, that ain't happening. You're not my father. All right. Oh, good lord. Come on. What the hell are you doing to me this morning? Even my computers are screwed up because they're like, I don't know what time it is. Oh, you're on. Okay. What the hell are we doing here? Okay. Let's see if we can do this another way. Oh, for the love of Pete Sampras. Okay. Everything is jacking up this morning. Good grief. This is going to be a fun show today, folks. Yes, complete technical difficulties going on left and right. But apparently, we've got two different um, comics to review today. Like I said, Dreadlocks the Barbarian is going on here. And if it will ever, you know, I want it to do, which is work. Oh, now not responding. No kidding. I see that, jackass. All right. So, let's see here. Yeah, we do have a restriction because talked awareness to save people's lives, and apparently TikTok does not like that. And it blocks it for certain people apparently, which it's probably the people that needs to reach that it's blocking it for. Um, Unless it's blocking it for young viewers, which that's some of the demographics that try to unalive themselves. TikTok, um, 988 helps people. So, welcome to the show, everybody. We are having a lot of technical difficulties all the way around. It's not wanting, my computer is not wanting to do what I want it to do. It wants to do its own damn thing right now. But we do have 2 Antarctic press titles to cover today. Here we go. We are not going to print all pages. We're going to print custom pages. We're going to print page number 1. How about 1, 2, 4 today? Wow, over here, it's crazy talk. Okay, we're going to print page 1 of Dreadlock the Barbarian, the one shot from Antarctic Press. This is a pretty cool book all the way around. We'll see if it actually prints for me, and we will discuss it here in just a momento. Uno momento, por favor. We're going to get into the next one that they sent me as well. Which I did not know he sent me until right this moment. Okay, we're going to download this one because everything is jacked up this morning, folks, and I apologize because this is not how I run my normal show. And normally I'm an hour earlier. I'm about 4 o'clock to 4:30, but everything is jacking up today. I mean everything. Nothing is wanting to do what it wants to do. It's doing its own thing, or trying to, I guess. Um, yeah, right now, anything could be with me right now, Roy. He said, "May the force be with you." And right now, anything could be with me, and it would be a lot better than what's going on right now. Even my show would be a lot better. Because this is freaking ridiculous. Wow, you are killing me this morning, folks. The force may be throwing this. Oh, you have got to be kidding me right now. R2D2 and C3PO, you got that backwards there, buddy, are on the way to help you out, buddy. Well, R2D2 needs to stick his little thing inside my computer and work it like he did on the ship. Hold on just a second, folks. Okay, so the computer or the printer is now awake. So now I'm going to try this again on the print side. Let's see if it will start to print. As it's loading the preview for us. The artwork is killer on this thing. They did a really great job. Everything's smooth transition on the covers here. So there's 28 pages to this comic book. It is very, very well done. And like I said, it looks really good. Let's see if we can't print out like the first 4 pages this time. If it will let me. Because it's much more fun to show you a couple of pages from inside the book itself than just me talking about it. But it is very action oriented, action packed all the way through from start to finish. Even the cover has a lot of good action going on it. Once again, it's taking its own sweet freaking time. Here we go. Maybe no, we're still thinking. Okay. But yeah, this has a lot of cool stuff going on in it. I actually like it better than I like Tomorrow Girl. Unfortunately, sorry about that, Ben. I do like this one better than I did Tomorrow Girl with the action going on there. And we did preview Tomorrow Girl several days ago. I think we did it on the first, which was Saturday because I got all the information on Friday. And here we go. Is that the right printer? Bum, bum, bum. Hello. No. Okay. Yes, I get it. Thank you. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Let's see if we can't get this going now. Okay, we're gonna print out the first 4 pages of Dreadlock the Barbarian. Again, very action-oriented comic book, and we're gonna see if it is going to print for us this morning. We are having a lot of technical difficulties. Thanks. Oh, good lord. See, nothing wants to work this morning. For the love of Pete Sampras. Okay, we're going to download you. I do apologize, folks. This is not normal behavior going on here. And Dreadlocks. Okay, that one is downloaded, loaded. There we go. Are we completely downloaded? Okay, that one is downloaded. Now we are going to get off of there, and now we are going to pick up on Kendra, number 1, maybe. If see, nothing is wanting to work fast this morning. Oh my lord. Thank you, time change. You have screwed everything up this morning. All right. But good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. We are trying to get everything running properly with this whole freaking time change. It is screwing everything up. Monty Luke Skywalker, Mihan Roy Bradley Solo is on the way. Ha ha ha. I'll be Jabba Hutt. Ha ha ha. All right. I don't care if the file cannot be virus scanned. Just freaking download the damn thing. Jeez Louise. I really hate days like this when nothing goes right. when you just want to talk about stuff and nothing wants to go right. I mean, absolutely nothing wants to go right. I mean, absolutely nothing is going right over here on my computer. All right, so let's refresh, reload. I'm about to refresh and reload this freaking show. Man, this sucks. And I do apologize to you that are sticking around watching, waiting for me to talk stuff because this is stupid. I will admit, this is stupid. I do apologize because ain't nothing printing over there for me. This isn't working for me. This whole time change has screwed everything up. This comic is scheduled to be released. This is Kendra, #1. It's scheduled to be released on Wednesday at comic stores. Um, he does give me permission to reproduce, so that's a good thing. I don't care. Just open it up. Come on. Yes, please download. Yes, everything is being a pain in the ass. You don't have to say rear on my show. You can say whatever you want to say. Curse words are accepted because this is bullshit right now. I mean, nothing is wanting to work the way it's supposed to. I mean, 100%. It is like I'm in an episode of the Twilight Zone right now. I got cat hair showing up everywhere. What the fuck? All right. Wow. This is bad. I mean, nothing is working. Nothing. I can't get my preview to load for my other comic book. I can't get this to print out. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, let's see if I can't get this going here. Let's see if we can't pull you up and get you to print a couple of pages so we can show the folks out there. No, folks, I do seriously apologize because this is not my normal show. This is like stupid. I apologize. Bum, bum, bum. Come on, come on. No, I didn't reboot everything because then I would lose my recording that I've got going on now. So I can't reboot the computer at this particular juncture because I've already got the recording going. And but everything is running like pond water this morning. Maybe the Y2K bug just now hit, and it's now affecting everything in 2025. That was the big thing back in 2000. Oh, your computers are going to shut down because it's going to think that it went back to like 1900s or something when computers weren't even around. And that was the big scare for everybody. And if you were around then, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on with everything. I mean, nothing is wanting to work this morning. Um, I mean, this should have already popped up tenfold, 10 times as fast, but it's like seriously running backwards. Um, I don't know what is going on this morning. I mean, the only thing I can chalk it up to is the time change, because absolutely nothing is wanting to work the way it's supposed to. I've got my internet's going good, or I wouldn't be here. I mean, I could be on my non-Wi-Fi, but you know all that good stuff. Yeah, everybody was freaking out about it. Oh, my computer stuff is gonna die, and I'm not gonna have my computer anymore. Oh, gotta get the milk and eggs. Gotta get the milk and eggs and the bread. Don't forget the bread. I mean, I guess you're making a milk bread sandwich. I guess I don't know, because nobody talks about getting the meats and the stuff to go on the bread. They just talk about getting milk, egg, and breads. You know. Oh my freaking lord! Can we just do what I want you to freaking do? Come on, you piece of shit! Right now. Oh, everything is just pissing me off this morning. Come on. I don't care. Just do what I want you to do. Oh, for the love of criminities. Okay, this is just pissing me off. Hello, wake up. Good God. Sorry, folks. I am getting seriously frustrated with all this bullshit going on right now. And I do apologize because this is crazy right now. Nothing is wanting to do what I want it to do. It wants to do its own shit, and it's pissing me off. And I'm supposed to be talking about a cool stuff going on right now, but it is not allowing me to talk about anything because, oh, if you have those days, you know what I'm talking about. But welcome to the show. We're dysfunction this morning, thanks to the time change. Apparently, I guess I don't know what the hell's going on. Everything's running so super freaking slow this morning. It's not even funny. It is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. You get into a time change and boom, nothing wants to work. I mean, absolutely nothing. And now on my recording side, it says encoding overloading. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Oh my freaking lord. What the hell is going on this morning? I mean, absolutely nothing is wanting to work. I mean, this should already be up, done, and boom, but no, it is like running in complete reverse. I have never seen anything like this at all. Period. I mean, in all my years, I've never seen anything like this. Unless the computer was super, super old, and that's not the case here. I'm getting super frustrated. Wow. Free coins? No way. Yeah, I am just winging it. I'm winging it. I'm just winging it right now, Roy. Um, because ain't nothing working like I wanted to. I mean, absolutely nothing. But I am talking about Dreadlocks the Barbarian. Yes, it is a takeoff of Conan the Barbarian, if you will. But it also gives you the Guardians of the Galaxy feel towards the middle and end of the book whenever this group collabs together to fight the enemy. And then they go off on their adventure, kind of like at the ends of Guardians of the Galaxy whenever they are, you know. Yeah, I know it's been updated. Thank you. You're super slow. You're killing me here, is what you're doing. Oh, for the love of Pete Sampras. Come on. Just open up what I want you to open up. Print what I want you to print. Okay. Maybe this will work. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I'm hoping it will work. It is pulling up. My printer is on. All of that good stuff. Yo, Bub, did you hear their doorbell? That C3PO and R2D2 there? A doorbell? No, there's no doorbells. They're not here. They didn't show up. The ship did not show up. They missed my house by a couple of millennia, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, no, going back to Lost in Space and watching that black and white TV show, 1965. Uh, some very fun stuff, especially when it's set in 1997 and they get thrown off course to 2001. So that's always a fun thing to look at, as that what they thought the future would look like back from 1965. What they even thought 1997 would look like, and it looks nothing like that. But the imagination of people is pretty cool. Danger, danger, yes, Richard, yes. Danger, Will Robinson, danger, danger. Yeah, we're getting into that part pretty soon where the doc screwed everything up for everybody. And maybe this will work. Let Please work. Please work. All right, let's see here. Why are you not showing me print settings? I don't want to save. I want to print. What the heck? Oh my freaking lord. Okay, just forget this crap. Um, no, nothing is working. I don't want to print. I want to say. I want to print. I don't want to say. Okay. So anyway, this book is by creator, writer, penciler Don Walker. The inker is Silas Dixon. The colorist is Brian Valenza. Nicholas Chapius, who does pages 11 through 28. Brian does pages 1 through 10. And then the letter Ed Dukeshire. I would show you guys this. Well, maybe I can. Will this do this? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if this will show it right there or not. Can you guys see that out there? I can't even read your comments if it is. But this is some of the action, some of the, and I'm going to show you the cover page. This is this is the cover right here. Dreadlock the Barbarian. I hope you can see that. I don't know if you can or not because I can't see what I'm showing you. But Dreadlock the Barbarian right there. Very action oriented. It is set in a futuristic world, as you can see. We got the main hero coming in, Dreadlocks. And there he is. It must be him. It has to be Dreadlock, the Barbarian. They get their knives ready, their guns ready. Oh shit, she says. But it's very action oriented. I mean, the artwork is phenomenal. I'm loving it. It's very cool stuff. I don't know if you can see that right there or not. Yeah, it's not showing nothing on TikTok. Okay. So apparently, whenever I do that, it doesn't show you anything right there. But basically, you've got to think Guardians of the Galaxy here with it. There's tons of action going on. Futuristic space vehicles. Um, basically, think of the MG Spider. No, the slingshot. The slingshot. Think the slingshot. And that's the type of vehicle they're driving at one point in time. And then it's got all the, and then think the Batmobile on the inside of that, because they've got all the screens that pop up on their main windshield that is like a TV screen and showing um, the command base, basically, if you will, as they are talking to another person there. They also are. How did that happen? Hold on just a second here. They went from that to. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Unless there's another ship out there. There has to be another ship. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it, and it looks like they're inside of a different ship right there. But yes, you're Groot. Thank you for showing up, Mr. Groot. All right, so we just watched the Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday, or last night, and the third installment, when Star Lord will return. But tons and tons of action. The artwork is very phenomenal. There are a couple of spots where the artwork doesn't make a whole lot of sense, just because the head is way too big in certain situations on the character, um, and it's a chase scene, and excuse me there, and his head is just way too big. It is out of proportion to the panel that he's in, and it just doesn't work. And it's two different spots on the panels. But other than that, I mean, this is a phenomenal one. If you wanted to get it, it's a one shot. This one comes out, I guess, Wednesday as well. But again, it is a one shot. It is a standalone story. 24 pages long, minus the ads. I'm assuming, and I'm assuming there's going to be ads in the book. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know if this is representation of how the book looks. I haven't picked up an Antarctic Press title in a long, long time. I'm an old avid fan from the 90s and a little of the early 2000s. But at that point in time, I was still only collecting Warrior Nun Ariella. Yeah, Ariella. And, their titles have changed. They've still got a lot of the same entities that they had from the beginning back in the 80s, such as Ninja High School and Gold Digger and things like that. But Warrior Nun Ariella is no longer their entity. It is over at Avatar Press. He sold it and he regrets selling it. Sorry, Ben. I wish you had it back. They have not done it justice over there. Just my opinion right there. They did not do it justice with it. But now the whole crew is coming together in this comic book towards the end. They've all come together on one big ship, kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, yeah, it seems like that everybody's in a beef with somebody here because just like with the Guardians of the Galaxy and the organizations that they run into on the planets, they have a problem with the UHC here um, because apparently this dude is going off killing his men. But now they're all getting ready to work together. Um, I know you probably couldn't see it at the beginning, but there was a female character called Mercedes that was in trouble. She was in jail, basically, if you will. And that's when Dreadlock the Barbarian came and saved her. He knows her, obviously. And now they have basically created the Guardians of the Galaxy type of feeling towards the end. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people involved right here. The foreshadowing is a little off here. He is Dreadlock the Barbarian is like the giant amongst everybody else in this panel at the bottom. So there's only a couple of spots that don't work for me as a comic book enthusiast. And right here, this last panel of the page is one of those panels because everybody should be roughly the same size except for the person closest to the viewer. And then, of course, yes, the person farthest away should be the smallest, which is Mercedes. But as far as, oh, good grief, I'm sorry. For as far as I can tell, um, Dreadlock isn't this massive of a human being. Let me go back and look. Is that they really don't show me a good. Well, yeah, right there is a good side by side example, and he's like 2 times the size of her, or this person. I don't know if it's he or she. They've got a mask on, look almost like an android with pink hair. Um, and this one panel, they're almost identical height. Dreadlock has this person by about 6 to 8 inches, it looks like. but in this last panel, he's got them by a good 2 feet, almost about a foot. So it's a big difference right there, um, and that just doesn't work for me. But it's got some good writing. It's got super good, cool artwork. I mean, all the way around, except for a couple of spots. And that's going to happen anywhere. It's going to happen in my comic book whenever I get my comic book up and running. I know there's going to be some panels that people hate, some panels that people love. And you can't please everybody all the time, but um, there is a lot of action in it. There's quite a lot of dialogue in 24 pages, and being a one shot. There's hardly a panel that does not have any. Holy crap! Sorry, folks. There's not a panel that doesn't have hardly any dialogue in it whatsoever. I'm only seeing like maybe 3 panels, 4 panels so far that have absolutely no dialogue in it whatsoever. Looking like 5 now. I'm going backwards, going in reverse. But yeah, there looks like 5 panels total that have no dialogue whatsoever inside of it. And that's cool. I mean, not every panel needs dialogue. If there's enough action going on in it and stuff like that, there's 6. So 6 panels out of this entire book, and there's a lot of panels per page on most of them in Dreadlock the Barbarian that have no dialogue, which is totally fine. The action sets it up, and it flows seamlessly into each other. So if you're looking for an action-oriented comic book, Dreadlock the Barbarian might be it for you. Um, but if you don't like action, then that comic book might not be for you. If you're looking for something more romantically involved or something like that, I'm sure they have those out there too. Now, let's see if this will pop up for us for Kendra number 1. I'm going to let it do its thing. I'm going to try something a little different. Just so that it's not going through the one page there. Okay. Oh my freaking lord. Either something's wrong with the download or something's wrong with the file or something. I don't know what's going on with it right now. Download anyway. It is a huge file. That is probably why it is doing what it's doing. It's 537 megabytes. So it can't virus scan it. It can't check it for viruses. I don't care. Just download the damn thing. Kendra is another entity from Antarctic Press, and it is one of their newer titles. I'm trying to think of which one this one is, and I'll be able to tell you here in just a minute once it does finish downloading. Um, but Antarctic Press, if you don't know who they are, they've been around since the 80s, and they're big on anime. If you don't know who they are, and those of you that watch anime or manga or anything like that, manga is the book side of it all. Anime and manga collided together to create their anime, which turned into all their cartoons and CGI shows and action figures and things of that nature. But um, but yes, it is manga, manga, manga. If you know, you know. But no, it is very cool the style that they do. He finds artists out there that have a unique style to their work, and just like Tomorrow Girl, that's a Ben Dunn creation. It was not written or it was not drawn or written by Ben Dunn, but it still looked very cool on Tomorrow Girl number 11 that we previewed the other day. That had the 3 stories in one book. So it was a rather long book to go through since we had um, Domo Police after Tomorrow Girl, and then we had Tractor Lad at the end of that, which is good for children. That story was good for children if you are interested in that. And now, um, I'm trying to think in all of the Antarctic Press titles. There's probably a few that probably are not child, um, that are not made for children. But I'm sure they've got a few titles that are just like Tomorrow Lad or Tractor Lad, which was a pretty fun one to preview on that end. I do have those still sitting down there on the floor. But I'm not going to talk about those. We're into Dreadlocks, the Barbarian, and Kendra number one. It is almost finished downloading, folks, and I apologize. Everything is running so super slow today. Once I get done with the show, I will go ahead and restart everything so that we have a fresh start on this new time change because it has screwed everything. It even screwed up me getting here. Because normally, like I said, I'm here at 4 o'clock in the morning. Between 4 and 4:30 is when I try to go live every other day. So here it is, the odd day 9/3/9/2025, and um, where did you put it? Where did you put it? Where did it go? Okay, we're going to pull you up. There we go. We're going to pull you over to here. There we go. Okay. Now, let us please hope this works. Please, Eddie. Please. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to see if it's going to work. I'm going to see how long it takes for it to pull up. This is new to me, folks. I didn't even know he sent me a second story to preview. But we are going to look at this together, folks. See what the cover looks like right off the bat. See if it is a sexy, smooth cover. It is trying. It is super trying. I promise. It's super trying out there, folks. All right, here we go. Are we going to open? Are we going to show me? Are we going to see anything? Right now, no. It is telling me up yours, buddy. Yes. Oh. The blue line is going across. Blue line is going across. Yes, maybe. But no, we talk about everything here. I'm Monty Anderson with 412 Productions. Um, Normally, things would be running a lot smoother than this. We would have stuff to show you, but apparently, ain't nothing wanting to work today. And I do apologize because this is not the typical show. If you go back and look at some of my other lives or even recordings on my other platforms, you will see that this is not the normal show. The time change has screwed everything up. So again, I do apologize. This is super, super late in the day already for the show because, like I said, we're usually on here at 4 o'clock to 4:30 in the morning. But with the time change, it slung everything out there. Gives you a whole another hour. There's 45 pages. Ah, yes, this is Kendra. This is the one that they got a cease and desist letter from Red Sonja, um, Dynamite Entertainment, because the character was too much like Red Sonja. I kind of figured that's the case on this one. And he even had a different name. It was Jade. I can't remember what the name was right off the bat. It even had almost the same title with She Devil with the Sword, all that good stuff, just like Red Sonja. And again, your almost typical comic book look to the page here. And it is done by Ben Dunn and Joe Wolf. It is a one of three, so they did it a limited series on this. 45 pages. That's a lot of pages for a comic book. But a lot of people do that. They do a lot of 45 pagers just to get as much story in a limited series as possible. Now, most of your typical comic books run between 24 to 28 pages and done. Just like we saw with, excuse me, just like we saw with Dreadlocks, the Barbarian. It had 24 pages and it was done after that. Now, it opened itself up to, if it's perceived well, um, more books in the future. So it did not limit itself to like, boom, everybody dies at the end. You know, it did a Guardians of the Galaxy ending where everybody has the opportunity to have this continuity story pushing forward in other books. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we kind of hope it does because that was a fun read on the Dreadlock book #1. Now here we have Kendra #1, who he had to change everything up on it because it was super close to Red Sonja. I do remember this character creation that he had, and um, it was super fun to watch it come to life. But then it was kind of disappointing whenever he did get the cease and desist letter from Dynamite Entertainment about Red Sonja, and he had to change things up. Now, I'm assuming Ben did this artwork for the book for the cover #1 and interior covers. I know he didn't do cover here. Andrew did this piece here. The cover. Okay, they need to change that, Mr. Ben Dunn. They've got a tiny C with over, and it says cover A, which is Ben Dunn, and then cover B is uh, Shigari. Cover C, so this is a multiple cover book. 5 covers. Cover C, Ronzo Murphy, and cover D, Nichelle Fraga. I wonder if that's related to Dan Fraga, because that would be kind of cool. And then there is a foil edition by Ben Dunn as well. Now there's a second page. I don't know if it is a cover or if it is, and it looks more like something that Image would have put out in the 90s with their fighting females with the big boobs and all that good stuff. Sword in hand, you know, blood, disaster, all that good stuff. If you remember the Bad Girls of the 90s, which was a big highlight of everybody back in the day, whenever they used to do big boobed women in scantily clad outfits to entice more male readers to the comic book world. And it worked. A lot of people, you know, flocked to it just because of all that. And there was a lot of nudity in comic books back in the day. And now I know there's a lot of nudity in comic books, and there's a lot of erotic comic books out there as of today, from Cherry 2000 to, or just Cherry in general, to some of the titles out there. I can't think of some of them right off the top of my head, but yes, I own some. This is very well done. The atmosphere in the book, absolutely no talking right off the bat. I mean, zero conversation, zero nothing. I mean, going on. You're getting to meet and introduced to Kendra right off the bat. She's looking like she's getting ready to go into Castle Grayskull. And if you know what that is, you had a great childhood. And if you don't know what that is, you only know it because of Kevin Smith and his latest endeavor. Sorry, I'm getting a drink here, folks. My throat is getting parched. So, here we have her. Little John walking through the forest. No, she is walking through the forest. She is in her Red Sonja garb. Um, the the metal bikini, basically, if you will. And I wish I could show you this, but again, it's not going to allow me to show you, apparently, what this character looks like in her form, fashion, or another. Maybe I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and see if I can print out something for you guys. like it would not let me do for the other one for whatever reason. And now the print feature is not working either for some reason. And now everything is locked up yet again. But it shows her walking through the forest, coming to this big ominous gate, uh, monument looking thing. You're getting to see some butt cheeks right here, and then you see her face up close and personal. And it is, again, very well done so far. Mr. Ben Dunn has done a great job with this character. Um, and I'm only looking at boobs and ass right now because the print feature has stopped everything. It has clogged the works. I love it 100%. Let me just tell you, I am getting super frustrated with everything this morning. And we're going to close out of that because I'm tired of looking at that jackass. All right. Hello. You want to wake up and do what I want you to do? Oh, my freaking Lord. I don't know what happened with this time change, but it has screwed everything up this morning. And I do apologize, folks. Because here we are, 56 minutes into the show. And I guess we're 56 minutes into the show. I don't know. It says I'm 56 minutes into the show. Are we ready to work on my terms? No, we're not. Okay. Well, I can't even preview the rest of this book, folks. It is so pond water slow this morning. Hello. Wake up there, Junior Birdman. What the hell? Oh, this is frustrating, folks. I do apologize. I mean, this is ridiculous. Um, are we 56 minutes into the show already? Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Maybe we are getting somewhere. I don't know. We're going to try and open this back up. We're not going to print anything because apparently the print feature does not want to work the way it wants to work. We're slowly getting there. Back to it. Because I want to preview this one too. This one was cool to watch come to light all the way around. And and it was sad whenever they had it all. They had it titled up already, ready to go. And then all of a sudden, nope, you get a cease and desist letter from another comic book company because they saw your entity out there and they were like, no, that infringes too close to our comic book creation. And it wasn't their comic book creation because they bought it from somebody else of Red Sonja at Dynamite Entertainment. So, and now again, everything is super slow this morning, and I just don't understand why. I mean, the only thing that's different is the time change. That's the only difference that happened. All of a sudden, everything's running super slow. Um, doesn't want to run at all. Doesn't want to print. Doesn't want to do shit this morning. And I apologize because again, this is not the typical show. But I am Monty Anderson with 412 Productions. I am an artiste. I am an actor. I am a voice actor. I am also a veteran and a combat veteran at that. No, just open up the page and let's go. Yes, thank you for opening on page 3. All right, so now we're going to scroll past page 3. It gives you a nice, like I said, so far from beginning to now, we're on page 4, but nothing. There we go. She is now inside this uh, mausoleum vault type thing, sword in hand now. We didn't see the sword get drawn, but as soon as we get to this next page, boom, sword is in hand. Very, very well well done, Mr. Ben Dunn. Very well done. It's got its comic attributes to it, um, meaning comedic side to it. Like her sword glows in the dark whenever things get near, I guess. And she is surrounded. Oh, thank you. I would not have gotten through my day if the puzzle piece hadn't shown up. Thank you, TikTok. Kind of like in Lord of the Rings when Frodo's sword glows. Is it Frodo's? Yeah, his sword glows. Or was it Sam? No, it was Frodo's. Whenever uh, orcs and trolls got near, uh, it would glow. So hers does the same thing, and all of a sudden it starts glowing. And the first dialogue we see is "Oh crap!" as she's falling off a cliff because she doesn't see that the cliff stops and she goes down it. She's being chased by all these dead Viking-looking characters, warriors, and she ends up on the ground. Uh, and it is a lot of typical manga looks. Um, she bounces down a pretty good cliff face, and then she hears this giant roar. Again, your typical manga looks in there, and then you've got this Shrek-looking character coming out after her. He's not green; he's a totally different color. But if I had to describe him, it would be Shrek, right there. So she starts slashing away. And apparently, this was in a dream. She apparently had drank too much. So she's in bed with this character that looks like Shrek now because he is green here. Because he says, "Yes, Kendra, you always did have rather bizarre dreams, especially after drinking too much grog." Grog is something we drank in the military at the end of our field experience after dying. I guess she's still in a dream. I'm not 100% sure here what's going on. Because now this witch is showing up in the bedroom because she said, "Don't tell me that you didn't with me, but with me." Here comes this witch, and she's you know, poor little Kendra, you always fall. Poor little Kendra, you always fall the same old trick. And her name is Hexa. She's butt naked, running to her outfit, and she tells this witch just to hold on while she gets dressed. So you have the typical getting dressed process. So you do get to see boobs, um, not the nip part, but you get to see everything else because the hair is covering everything. So they did it very well and in a good way, so that it could still be presented to kids if you really wanted your child to see all this. And some parents don't have a problem with that. They don't shelter their kids, which is a good thing. And now she wants to fight Hexa now that she's completely dressed and Hexa's gone. So now we see a Conan. Wow, Mr. Ben Dunn, you're killing it here. Okay, okay, so that was a standalone story because now you got Conan the Barbarian and the Aardvark the Barbarian in the same shot. Um, so that's a classic move right there. I mean, it's not exactly them, but it's them. And if you know who they are, you know. And that finishes that story. And then we got the Coming of Kendra, Part One. Story by Ben Dunn and Joseph Wolf. Art by Ben Dunn. Colors by Dylan Fagan. color on 1 through 8, and then 10 through 27. You've got Shantona, Shantuma. Ouch. I'm sorry. I probably just butchered that entire name. Okay. So now we've got a setting that's kind of like a Hobbit feel, because that is a Hobbit. There is no way around that. We are, for those of you just joining us, we are previewing the 2 new Antarctic Press titles that are hitting the shelves Wednesday. And we started with Dreadlock the Barbarian, and now we are on their new entity called Kendra. The one that they got a cease and desist letter from Dynamite Entertainment to stop doing. They had to change up the character 100%. Now, this outfit is her outfit that you see on the cover of the book, which is not the Red Sonja metal bikini outfit, but you've got here, you have the whole blue bra set with the long front and back cover, basically. Now she's playing a game. I really don't like the whole blue on red dialogue boxes. That's just me personally. I'm assuming it's just letting you know who's talking, I guess. She lost the game, and now she's a little disappointed. Apparently, she's broke right now, and these voices are in her head, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on here. Where these voices are coming from. Now she's going to the hiring board. It's your typical sword and sorcery type of a feel in the comic book. She is going into this realm, and she is looking for work, is what she's looking for. And now you've got, I'm sorry, Ben, you've got characters from Pirates of the Caribbean showing up in here, and they're calling her too fat and all this other good stuff. Now she does find a wanted section out on some trees, and she's looking. She's wanting to get money. Just sounds like the rest of us in life. We're trying to find money, and we're all needing money for something. She's needing money to live and eat, and so now she's found this one, and she thinks it's perfect. She's going to go to the spot, and now we've got the bad guys showing up on their section. Apparently, the crew didn't bring the guy everything he wanted. This is only part of it, and now they're at the Happy Harpy. Very nice sign. I like it. It needs to be a real sign, Mr. Ben Dunn. Make that into reality. Make that into a real sign, a real wooden sign, because that'd be cool. She walks in and finds who she's looking for. And now she's the newest sellsword. Now everybody's making fun of her in the tavern because they're asking her if she can even cook, if she can even pick up a sword. I bet she can cook, all that good stuff. And now she's about to have to prove her might to them. And now she's in battle position, and she's kicking some arse. And she's not killing anybody. She's using the hilt of her sword and all that good stuff just to prove the point that she can hold her own. And she just met up with the wrong people because they're not looking for anybody. And she's like, "So you're not this person?" And he's like, "No, I'm not." And she says, "Well, that sucks." And then, "Excuse me." And then she finds the iron that she's looking for because they come up to her in the bar. We're 22 pages in to this, and I mean it's really well done. I'm enjoying it, and it's got everything you really want in it. It's got your action, it's got your comedy, it's got you know serious moments, funny moments, and it flows pretty smooth. And you can tell Ben Dunn's been doing this for a long time. And as it moves along, the kid is basically what this is that she was that had put out the poster is telling the story of what happened to their town and why they need a new person to help out. So all these voices are in her head. I guess it's some pieces on her, like Cleaver is obviously her sword, and then Pharaoh, I'm guessing, is a necklace or the headband. I'm not sure which, but apparently they talk to her. So she agrees to help out this kid. She goes out happy, and then you got Frodo over here, the Hobbit, trying to get into this dragon's mouth, which is a doorway, and apparently he gets vaporized. Boom, just like that. So now they're showing a town in destruction, under fire, on fire, by that same group looking for a specific item to go with the rest of this box. Next day, you've got a mage coming and waking up Kendra, who's sleeping under a tree. And then you see the kid showing up. So the group is coming together. It is a dysfunctional little group here, if you will. Um, she promises not to chop his head off. He is a mage. Typical banter back and forth with your new group dynamic setting where they're threatening not to kill each other. They're showing each other what they can do for the most part. Very veiny, very veiny stump there, Mr. Dunn. It is a typical woodland setting crossing a river with a bridge. That's a fallen log, it looks like, and it's got a lot of vinage going around it. Makes it look very veiny, if you will. Um, and I wish I could show you some of this stuff, but I can't because my printer and everything isn't printing right at this moment for whatever reason. Again, she's promising not to chop his head off. She snaps a twig, or somebody snaps a twig, and they are met in the woods by some thieves. It looks like you've got a dwarf, you've got the uh, female with the eye patch, and then you've got the big bruiser with the Thor hammer, basically, back there. And some of these guys kind of remind me of Buck Rogers characters, if you will. And now they're all bantering back and forth, and they're trying to rob them now. And Kendra pulls her sword, and now the fight ensues. She destroys the arrow that is shot at her from the crossbow. The big hammer's coming out. The mage is starting up his routine. She slices the big barbarian dude across the chest, laying him out. The magician mage stops the little guy from shooting another arrow, and then he gets whacked over the head by the female leader of the group. And then she gets taken down by the kid for a brief moment. And then she begins her sword play with Kendra. And then you've got the other group, the bad villains, that are watching this via spyglass. And they're going at it, Kendra and this other person. She's about to get the better of Kendra and coming down with her sword towards her chest. And that is where that book stops. It is to be continued. So there's 2 more books to come out with this one, because this was just book 1. And then you've got the fan road. You've got Kendra fan artwork by John Mueller. Very cool female style artwork. And then this one's really cool. I do not see a name for it anywhere, but it is super cool. I wish I could show you. I would print it out for you 100% right now, but I can't. And then we've got some more 4-piece, like a 4x6 postcards, basically. One of her on her knees with her sword with a big smile, manga style. You got her on a dragon, double sworded up. You've got her sitting cross-legged with flipping people off, can't kill me. And then you've got her in the tombs with a mummy behind her on that one. And then the next set of 4, some typical. I mean, these are your typical 1990s looks. You've got her running out of her bikini, basically after chopping somebody's head off, so she's pantless, but you can't see anything. Then you've got the typical barbarian stance over here. And then you've got the typical sword coming at you stance over here. And then you've got the slashing style here. And then you've got another cool style here. Again, no name on this. If you're an artist, please put your name on these things. And then the other variant cover for Kendra, which is a very cool cover, which I'm assuming is done by, again, there it is, Kelsey, right there is the name. So that one is a cool cover. It's got a very typical sword and slasher style where she's holding the sword towards you. The boobs are out, the emblem underneath her boobs, which is the skull, which matches the one on her guards, her elbow guards, or shoulder guards. Not elbows are down here. Shoulder guards up here. And it's very well done. I applaud you, Mr. Ben Dunn. I didn't see anything that really distracted from, other than seeing characters from other shows and movies and things like that that lend to the story, that make it fun. And it's not plagiarizing those characters just because, it's done in their own style, and it does not go exactly like the typical character that you see in the actual movies and things like that. So there you go. We just previewed 2 books in one, and that is already acting up on me right there. So we're going to kill that for the moment. Well, that was a fun time trying to get everything working correctly. As soon as I end my live, I'm going to be restarting everything. The computer especially, because I'm assuming that it's the time change that jacked things up. But I do want to show you where I stand in my own artwork. But there we go. Okay, that was Antarctic Press preview, since I am a collaborator with Antarctic Press and Mr. Ben Dunn. Um, you have Dreadlock the Barbarian, #1. It is a one shot, so it is only standalone book. That is the only one that's going to be there. And then we just previewed Kendra book 1 of 3, which was a fun read all the way through with 2 different stories inside of it. And then you get to see the fan art at the end. I'm hoping the fan art is in the book when it all is said and done, because that always makes it fun, especially when your artwork is in print form. Um, to get your name out there. And so hopefully they do include who is the whose work it is and belongs to, so that people can go and follow them if they would like to. Just like me doing these previews for Antarctic Press, he sends people my way. My YouTube channel has already seen an influx of viewers, especially on the Antarctic Press side. And hopefully some of those people will go and check out some of my other shows, not just the Antarctic Press stuff, because I am getting followers there. Now, speaking of my own artwork, let me see if I can peel it off of my piece here. We're going to show you my piece of artwork that I'm working on right now. Dun, 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 maybe right there. Well, it's not going to show you all of it, apparently. So we'll have to do something a little different here. Let me see. Normally, if I put my hand in front of it, or some weird configuration or something right here. Well, it's not even going to do that for us, folks. There we go. Oh, there we go. Right there. Oh, get my hands in here, I guess. Hello. Come on, wake up. I'm going to have to take the green screen off eventually and go from there. But this is my David piece so far. It is a 2-piece section. I'm trying to show you guys, but it's not working. It's kind of working right there. But there's a whole lot more to it up this way, up in this area. There's bats and everything else like that going on. And there's still going to be some more elements. It does glow in the dark. It does do black light, all of that good stuff. But we are going to kill it for today so I can get everything reset, restructured, and reworking properly. But I appreciate each and every one of you being here today for this dysfunctional broadcast. If you were on in the beginning, it was super dysfunctional. We were finally able to talk about what we were here for today, which was Antarctic Press comic book releases that are coming out Wednesday. Dreadlock the Barbarian and Kendra #1 of 3. So we look forward to next show, which will be, what is today? Today is the 9th, correct? Yes. Today is the 9th. We will be on Tuesday, the 11th, and we will see you there. As I like to say, as I leave you guys all the time, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, everybody.